Okay, we've got a little more activity going on in the tropical Atlantic. A new tropical depression formed on Friday. It's tropical depression number 2. It's right in the middle of your screen. We'll get a closer, better look at that in a moment. There are two other spots that we're watching. One near the Gulf, 40% chance for development over the weekend, and a new one that came off the west coast of Africa about 48 hours ago. That's got a 40% chance for development as it moves to the west. This is TD number 2. Very compact system. Moving west, this one is likely to become Beryl, our next named system, and Hurricane Center thinks it's going to become a hurricane as it moves into the Caribbean. A close look at that in just a moment. First of all, this wave in the Western Caribbean has a 40% chance for development once it gets here into the southern Gulf of Mexico. That will be over the weekend, at which point it's going to have a very, very tight window to develop. Hurricane Center says it's possible. We could see a depression form down here right before it moves into Mexico. So this looks like another rainmaker for Mexico. Such a small system so far south should have zero impacts in the Houston area. Closer look, and I've put in the streamline. So just to set your bearings, there's Houston, here's the Gulf, there's the Yucatan. And this is where our tropical wave is located right now, and it is just a wave here. Notice how the wind's up over, but they don't curlicue back around. There's no closed low, so right now it's just literally, you can see it, it's a tropical wave, and that is going to interact with the Yucatan, which will keep it just an open wave for the next 48 hours. But again, by the end of the weekend, maybe it can form into a depression before quickly moving back into Mexico. So this doesn't look like anything of concern for the United States or Texas or Houston. We'll keep an eye on it. Back to the open Atlantic, and that is our new tropical depression number 2. Now, this one is a long way out there. If you draw a straight line from Houston, it's more than 3,300 miles away. So we've got a long time to watch this one. Currently centered here, location at 9.1 north, 41.9 west, pressure of 1,007 millibars, moving west at about 17 miles an hour, moving west very quickly. And the forecast track from the Hurricane Center takes it into the Caribbean over the islands on Monday as a Cat 2 hurricane. Still a Cat 2 south of San Juan, Puerto Rico on Tuesday. Wednesday, weakening it as it nears Jamaica as a 90-mile-an-hour Cat 1 storm. Now, will this storm be able to hold together and get into the Gulf of Mexico? It's too early to tell. This is an arduous journey for a storm this time of the year. Anytime it clips a landmass, it can weaken it. Very strong easterly winds at the surface can also disrupt the circulation. So it's one that we're watching clearly, but at least as far as this weekend is concerned, the weekend here before the 4th of July, it's nothing for we here in Houston to be worried about. But it is something you should be paying attention to. And this time of the year, you should watch the weather at least once a day, no matter what, just so you know what's going on out there. If this were to hold together and come all the way to the Texas coast, with the storm being in this position right here, we are 10 to 12 days away from being impacted by it. That's if it survives the Caribbean and if it can get into the Gulf and get all the way into the Western Gulf. So lots of time to watch it, but that's what we do this time of the year. We watch these things like a hawk. When it does reach tropical storm force, and this will probably happen on Saturday, the next name on the list is Beryl, and then Chris, either the one in the southern Gulf or the one just coming off the west coast of Africa, could get named Chris. That's where we stand. We will keep you posted as we head through a hot summer weekend in Houston.